Reports from the north are coming in and the news is serious. There has been another major clash between Boko Haram and ISWAP in the Lake Chad area. And from what has been gathered, about 200 fighters reportedly lost their lives in the fight for control of several islands. The tension is growing because this is not a small incident. It shows that the rivalry between these two groups is far from over. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe right now, because what I'm about to share will help you truly understand what's happening and how it affects ordinary people. The fight happened over the weekend around the Lake Chad region, which covers parts of Borno State and stretches toward the borders of Chad, Niger and Cameroon. Eyewitnesses said it started when Boko Haram fighters moved in boats to attack ISWAP bases on some of the islands. The attack was said to be well planned. They came in with heavy weapons, moving fast across the water, taking ISWAP by surprise. After hours of heavy gunfire, many ISWAP fighters were reported killed, while some were captured alive. People living near the area said they could hear the sound of guns and explosions from far away. Please like this video and subscribe, because this is a serious situation that needs to be talked about. Now, what really makes this story big is that both groups are fighting each other, not government troops this time. They are fighting for territory, for power and for control of resources in that area. These islands are important to them because they use them as bases for smuggling, training and hiding. The islands are hard for the military to reach quickly because of how wide and swampy the Lake Chad region is. So, when these groups clash there, it often goes on for days before security forces can move in. Like this video and subscribe if you're following along, because we still have more to unpack. Let's talk about the people who live around that area. Most of them are fishermen and traders who depend on the lake for survival. When these kinds of fights happen, they lose everything: boats, nets, food, and even their homes. Many families have to run away to safer areas with nothing but the clothes on their backs. The sad part is that some of them have already been displaced before and are now running again. The humanitarian situation becomes worse and aid agencies find it difficult to reach them because of the insecurity. Please remember to like this video and subscribe so that we can keep bringing real stories like this to light. This fight between Boko Haram and ISWAP is not new. These two groups have been rivals for years. Boko Haram started everything long ago, but along the way, they divided. ISWAP broke away and joined forces with the Islamic State network. Since then, they have been competing for power and dominance. Sometimes, they fight each other more than they fight anyone else. What's happening now is part of that old rivalry. And this latest fight seems to show that Boko Haram has gained some strength again, even though many people thought they were already weak. Like and subscribe, because this update helps us all understand what's really happening in the north. The military and government are aware of what's happening, and there are plans to increase surveillance and patrols around the Lake Chad region. But the truth is, it's not easy to secure that whole area. The lake stretches across 4 countries, and militants easily cross from one side to another. So, for the army, it's like chasing shadows. They hit one group in one country, and they appear again somewhere else. This is why regional cooperation is so important. Countries around Lake Chad must work together, share information, and coordinate attacks if they really want to stop these groups. Like this video and subscribe right now if you're still with me. Another angle we should look at is how this affects politics and development. Every time these clashes happen, it brings pressure on the government to act fast, and politicians use it to talk about security challenges in their states. But for ordinary people, this is not politics. It's about survival. Many can't go to farms or markets, and that affects food supply in the whole region. When food doesn't come out from the north, prices rise in other parts of Nigeria too. It all connects. That's why this fight isn't just a north problem, it's a national issue. Please like and subscribe so more people can hear the truth behind the headlines. We also have to talk about what happens next. When these armed groups fight each other, one side usually becomes weaker, but that doesn't always mean peace will follow. Sometimes the group that wins grows stronger and starts to attack new areas to expand control. So even though Boko Haram reportedly killed over 200 ISWAP fighters, it might only mean they are preparing for something bigger. That's why both the army and civilians have to stay alert. The government must also use this time to strengthen military presence and rebuild communities around the lake. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because this is where you'll always get simple, real-time updates. Now let's talk about the human side again, because that's the part we often forget. Imagine families who wake up in the middle of the night to the sound of gunshots. Children crying, mothers trying to grab their babies, fathers running to find boats just to escape across the water. These are real people, not just numbers. When the news says 200 killed, remember, those are people with families too. Even if they were fighters, it still shows how much violence continues to destroy lives. The cycle of revenge never stops unless something changes. Please like this video and subscribe, because it's important that more people understand this human cost. And now, let's talk about what could help. Experts always say the best solution is not just force, but also development. When young people have jobs, education, and hope, they are less likely to join these groups. The Lake Chad area used to be full of farming, fishing, and trade, but as the water dried up and poverty grew, opportunities disappeared. That gave militant groups a chance to recruit people easily. So, to end this for good, we must fix both the security and the economy. Like this video, subscribe, and share it if you agree with that point. Another problem is misinformation. Whenever there's a big fight like this, a lot of false reports spread online. Some people post videos that are old, some change the story completely. This can cause panic. So it's very important to only share verified information from trusted news sources. That's why we always remind our viewers, like this video, subscribe, and follow channels that bring you clean, clear facts, not fear. Now let's take a step back and think, what does this mean for the whole North? The truth is, northern Nigeria has suffered too long from insecurity. The people want peace, jobs, and normal life. They are tired of hearing gunshots. They want their children to go to school without fear. When we talk about division in the North, it's not just about ethnic or religious lines. It's about broken trust and the struggle to rebuild hope. People must come together and demand peace in a united voice. Please like this video and subscribe. Your support helps more people hear these kinds of real stories. At the same time, the government and the military must be careful not to cause more harm while trying to stop these groups. It's not just about going in with force. It's about protecting innocent people while fighting the criminals. The balance is hard but necessary. And beyond force, there should be real efforts to rebuild destroyed communities, bring back schools, support farmers, and help young people learn new skills. That's how true stability begins. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you want to keep learning the real facts. This latest clash between Boko Haram and ISWAP might look like just another story, but it's a reflection of a deeper problem that needs long-term solutions. If nothing changes, it could happen again and again. That's why we must all stay informed, stay united, and support peace in our own small ways. Sharing the right information, encouraging development, and holding leaders accountable are part of that. Please like this video and subscribe so you'll always stay updated with the truth told simply and clearly.